Yeah, I also ran a large IT infrastructure, and I would have killed for it back in the day. Oded, you were a CIO for you had a large IT infrastructure. What kind of disaster recovery challenges did you have back in the day?
When you have a large IT infrastructure that's global, you obviously have multiple data centers with many applications on them. Some of them are mission critical, some of them are less. Ultimately, high complexity. To mimic all of that in DR really means you have two types of problems. One, you have to pay a lot for it because you have to double your infrastructure. And two, you have to maintain it on an ongoing basis, which means you need to keep teams that focus on maintaining their infrastructure and maintaining the DR and preparing for test scenarios and going through test cycles and then learning lessons from test cycles and then going back to practice it again. A very expensive, very labor intensive, and I think most importantly, very impractical way at having DR. And as a result, it's not a successful way or not one that's successfully implemented at most large organizations.
How do you think using a public cloud provider like Amazon or somebody like that, can that change that game?
Absolutely. We're eliminating some of the major problems. The first one is public cloud has available compute, so you don't have to actually buy and purchase everything that you have twice. So to begin with, makes the paradigm a whole lot simpler and a whole lot cheaper. Getting started is easier. But public cloud has one more thing that's lends itself very much to DR. It's geographically remote. Most public clouds have multiple regions. It's very easily accessible over internet connectivity from wherever you are, and you can actually use it only for what you need. And so you can iteratively test some of the applications throughout the year, making the process of maintaining your DR environment as well as obviously testing it and practicing your DR.
So how does the HotLink DR Express solution figure into that?
So let's start by a couple of things. First, HotLink DR Express is very integrated into your on-premise VMware environment. That's one of the things that we pride ourselves at, by being the most integrated, meaning making the life of a VMware admin very easy to simply mark virtual machines for protection, and we automate in the background everything into Amazon. We are an Amazon partner and have been for many years, and so the process of protecting your environment is seamless, is native, and is very well integrated into the VMware environment. Beyond it, we actually, once protected, actually ship deltas up to Amazon in an automated, seamless fashion. And so if you're a VMware admin, for you to not only protect your environment, but to know that it's ongoingly protected is a breeze. You'll get notifications, get emails or SMS messages, depending on configuration, back on a daily basis that tell you or assure you that what you think is actually working is actually working. All of it is automated and seamless, very important. Beyond it, testing, as I mentioned earlier, a problematic challenge or hurdle that most DR teams have to deal with. Our testing is integrated into vCenter as well. Simply launch any application that you want or choose any application that you want to have restored, and that restored environment automatically comes up in Amazon. The same configuration that you set it up on-premise is ready to be tested, all in a matter of minutes or less than an hour. And that's a very important thing, because making testing easier and integrated in day-to-day processes simply makes testing more available or more practical to do. And last but not least, if you lost everything on-premise, you can still restore everything in Amazon using the same interfaces that you're used to from on-premise. And that's important because when you have a disaster, the last thing you need is to start reminding yourself how a DR solution actually looks, because you didn't look at it in I don't know how long. And so when you actually restore your operations back in Amazon in minutes, you're still using VMware vCenter running in Amazon and restore your whole environment there very quickly. And so the level of integration that we have is second to none. The ease of use and seamless is second to none. And because we use Amazon in the back end, which is very cost effective, the price of doing it all is second to none.
And for the viewers that want to find out about DR Express, where do they go?
Very easy. Simply go to hotlink.com, go to our site and ask for a demo, and we'll get you started. It'll be our pleasure. Thank you.
And thank you.
Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed that interview with HotLink. Make sure to check out our other videos on our channel and subscribe.